Hey everybody, I'm Brandon Scheid from Liquid Force Kites, and I'm here to talk with you about my pro model board, the Echo, for 2017. Let's start with the shape of the board. The shape was a collaboration between myself and Jimmy Redmond. I had seen some technology he was putting into some of our other profiled wood core construction boards, and I was really excited to try to build a board that offered extreme amounts of performance without having a ton of cost associated with that performance. So I was really stoked to be able to work with Jimmy in a new kind of construction method and a new layup, and really get the roots and feel for what it takes to make a kite board. So we started with a really forgiving, similar outline shape to the DLX that we had in past. We have a nice continuous curving rail. It kind of tapers down. It allows you to get a nice turn, have smooth bite through the water, and still be able to rip carves. But you also notice that that leaves a wide tail block here. And that wide tail block is good for pop. It gives you the ability to have a big footprint in the water, really push and displace water, and sends you to the moon. So that's kind of the outline, is a forgiving, carvy, but poppy outline. We transition into the other thing that makes this board ride so special, and that's the bottom shape. Here on the bottom, you can see there are a lot of channelings and contours going on. We're gonna start here in the middle with the triple hull concave in the center. What that allows is great tracking. It allows you to maintain that water flow moving in a perpendicular motion. It also allows for air to get trapped on landings and really soften up the landing. So this triple concave here not only gives you grip and support, but really helps soften the landings. That triple concave flows into a quad channeling here. You can see we have 4 channel marks here in the bottom with a center spine. That really helps accelerate the water flow out the tip, giving you great grip in the water. Really helps give you stability and edge hold. Now, while you have that, we have a fluted channel here in the middle that really also helps accelerate the water flow out the end. Really proud to say that that's something that we worked on the Echo, and is one of the only boards with a curved channeling in the lineup. So that kind of nails the shape. The board comes in 3 different sizes. It comes in a 144 by 45, a 41 by 42 and a half, and a 37 by 41. So we have a size for almost everybody on the board. So now that we've talked about the shape of the board and why it rides the way it does, we're going to talk about the construction of the board and what makes it ride the way it does. So we start all our boards with a 100% wood core. Not only is wood reusable and sustainable, it gives the board life. So that's nice springy flex, and it enables us to control the flex patterns a lot better than a traditional foam core board. So that wood core is then sent through a profile machine, which allows us to control the thickness from the center to the tip. That allows us to control the flex of the board, as well as the weight and some of the response characteristics and how the core responds and feels. So when that core is passed through that profiler, it's then wrapped in these vibrant PMU top and bottom sheets. Not only are they durable, but they're beautiful and they're light. So we have a matte PMU here on the bottom for durability, and we have a high gloss PMU on the top, just giving it that nice, beautiful shine, keeping your board looking fresh on the water. Those 2 sheets are then sandwiched with a liquid rail here on the side. That liquid rail is poured urethane. It provides the strongest bond that you can possibly get between the top and bottom sheet, as well as give you flexibility beyond what an traditional ABS sidewall could offer. That's all finished with some M6 inline inserts. Those inserts allow you to not only have the most stance options possible, but be able to flip your boots or foot straps around to give you 2 fresh heel side edges on the board for those of you that ride up on the beach or maybe are hitting some rails. So with that, that's the construction layout of the board. The next big thing people talk about is rocker. So how much curve is in the board from tip to tip? This year for 2017, we've added about a cm of rocker to the board. What that does is allows you to sit a little bit deeper in the water, hold a little bit more power, and allow the landings to be a little bit softer. The final thing we've adjusted for this year is also the flex pattern. So flex of the board, it's really important that you dial in the proper flex. For me, I wanted something a little bit stiffer between my feet, so we were able to thicken the board up a tiny bit between the middle and give us that stiffness we were looking at, while still maintaining a soft, flexible feel on the board in both the positive and the negative flex, where it feels really stiff. That's really important because you don't want the board to lose rocker on landings, and you really want something, for me at least, that's soft and forgiving enough that when you're riding around in chop, you're not feeling every single piece of chop. So at the end of the day, after we've talked about all the construction that makes this board ride the way it does, it's important to know that who is this board for? This board was built with an aggressive rider in mind. Now that doesn't mean you have to be sending 20-foot airs to ride this board. What it means is that the board itself is meant to fly high in the sky. It likes to pop strong off the water, it likes to carve big turns, and it likes to ride fast. So if you're the type of rider that really enjoys that type of riding on the water, then the Echo is going to be something that's going to deliver for you time and time again. Whether you ride it in straps or in boots, you ride it in flat water, or you ride it in the park, the Echo's that high-speed, rail-eating, freestyle destroying machine that you've been dreaming of.
Boom!